For this question, we're told that a lorry is pulling a trailer along a horizontal surface. So we have the rope in between them, which is going to have our tension acting in both directions. We're told that the mass of the lorry is 6 tons, that's 6,000 kilograms, and then the mass of the trailer is 1.5 tons, so that's 1,500 kilograms. We know that the lorry has a driving force of 2,500 newtons, a resistance of 800 newtons, and then the trailer has a resistance of 200 newtons. We then mark on the two reactions, so the reaction for the trailer and the reaction for the lorry. Then we've marked on all of the external forces, and then that is part 1 of the question answered. So if we just move that over to the edge, then we can have a look at part 2. So part 2 asks us to find the acceleration of the lorry and the trailer, and then the tension and the coupling between them. So we know that the acceleration of the whole system will be the same acceleration. It's going to be a constant acceleration for both the trailer and the lorry. So now we want to have a look at how we're going to find the acceleration and then how we're going to find the tension. So if we use F equals ma, since the body is going to be accelerating, so we use F equals ma. First, if we look at the lorry and look at the forces that are acting on the lorry. So for the lorry alone, we're going to have 2,500 minus the tension minus the 800 equals the mass, so that's 6,000 multiplied by its acceleration a. So if we just simplify that, we'll have 1,700 minus the tension equals 6,000 a. So at this stage there's nothing we can do, we've got two unknowns, so if we leave it like that and have a look at what the trailer has to say. So if we apply F equals ma to the trailer as well, then in that case we're going to have tension, or T, minus 200 equals 1,500 A. So you'll see now that we have two equations with two unknowns. We've got a T in both of them, we've got an A in both of them. So what we want to do is we want to add these two equations. So if we do that, then the T's are going to cancel out. So we'll just have 1,700 minus the 200, which will leave us with 1,500, and that's equal to 6,000A plus 1,500A, which will give us 7,500A. So we put that into our calculator. A is going to be 1,500 divided by 7,500, which will leave us with 0.2 meters per second squared. So we've now got A, and we can use that then just to find T. So if we take either of these equations, then that will help us to find out what T is going to be. So then T is going to be 1,500 multiplied by our 0.2 plus then the 200. We calculate that, that's going to come out and give us 500 newtons. So that's 2 marks up here for getting the diagram. There's going to be 1 mark for using F equals ma, 1 mark for getting the first equation, 2 marks for getting the second equation, and then there's a mark for adding them, 1 mark for getting A, and then the last mark then goes for getting the tension.